Hello, this is Devlog number 3. I think number 3 is going to go out before number 2 just because I recorded it on my laptop and, well, I never hit upload, and that was like yesterday. So far on this development journey, right? Did I program today? Nah. Did I game dev today? Nah. Um, yeah, motivation is gone, but I'm gonna still go forward. What I was thinking was, um, you know, I think I could do it. You know what I mean? Um, I think I could So let me gather my thoughts. I was thinking about starting a web design agency. Now, from context, yes, I'm like low key vibe coding, but I work through everything though. I've been using React, Next.js, messing around with React Native, and um, the HTML CSS stuff is pretty simple. I just markup. Um, so because I feel like I need an extra bit of motivation to really hit, to really keep pushing forward. I was thinking of starting a web design agency, you know, from scratch. I'm not using WordPress or Webflow. Yeah, I think that would really motivate me, and also, um, make me feel like a boss, like a CEO. Cause I mean, to be honest, I don't even know how much to charge. There really isn't information, and also, like for example, just give me a second. So yeah, it's kind of ah, what did I sit on? So it's kind of weird, in terms of pricing, but because I was thinking of charging people like $20 for a website, because you know the deal. It's not like I'm actually like putting in that time, effort, work, because I'm using either GPT, like one of the AI models. I've been messing around with code. I messed around with making like little simple websites or whatever, because I wanted to understand how much I can get away with, how much I can't get away with, to all the gurus that say, yo, you can vibe code this or that. Yeah, if you're a normal person, I don't think you could really vibe code. By normal person, I mean you don't look into like the file tree and how everything is working and communicates with each other. If you don't do that, they're like the whole vibe coding thing is kind of a lie, especially for consumers. If you're okay, like if you don't want to like dive a little bit deeper, like if you're just I want this done and get it done, then I don't think vibe coding is the answer. I think something like bubble or something would be better. But I don't know. I'm just chatting right now. But essentially, what I'm trying to get at is that you know a lot of a lot of these businesses, they don't need no back end. They don't need anything complex. So, and then these web design agencies, they always bundle marketing, which I'm like, because it's just like a shitty WordPress template. Today I was actually looking at a bunch of websites that I saw, right, from these local businesses, and I'm like, I already did better. You know what I mean? We did better, right? Using GPT or whatever. But I was able to get a way better because I messed around with making just random front ends, right? Like I was fucking around with like making like plumbing, um, stuff for restaurants. They don't need anything complex or complicated. It's pretty fucking easy. I just gotta be a good salesman, especially if I host on Netlify. I'll be like, that's pocket money. You know what I mean? So I was thinking about just like starting the business and be like, yeah, I'm a web designer. I'll make you a website, and then I like lowball you, whatever. But we'll see. I'm thinking about doing it and just diving in, just because I feel that by doing this, it's gonna motivate me to learn more and get more serious about programming. Because you know it's tough, man. Like that inspiration is so fleeting. I was so serious about building my game, building my apps, and it's like poof, it's all gone. That was before, today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow. And who, uh, I don't know. That's just where my head's at. This is Devlog 3. Um, do I feel more accountable? Maybe. I think so, a little bit. I feel more like my mind's taking things a bit more serious. But yeah, that's where my head's at but, you know, because people need websites, and I, I feel confident enough in delivering something after, like, you know, building and then hosting on Netlify. As long as it's front end, hell yeah. It's not like these businesses get traffic. And also, people saying, oh yeah, it's super saturated and whatnot. And I'm like, cool. That's cool and all, but what else? Oh, fuck it, bro. Fuck it, right? Gotta try something. Everything is saturated. You Everything is saturated. If you think about things too much, you eventually reach the conclusion that everything is saturated. Sometimes I'll be so motivated in doing XYZ, and then I'm like consuming too much content, and then I eventually get the negative content, and it deters. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm thinking about starting a web design agency, just building the website, and then having some pocket money, because I don't know, man. Like life, career wise, no idea. We're getting older, and the corporate life is ugh. You know, it's so I love to build and live life with my creations, but we have to create, and this is my way of holding myself accountable. If you know what I mean, this is my way of holding myself accountable. How's it going? Um, we'll see in like 3 weeks, in a month, or you know what? We'll see. We'll see at the end of the year, which is 3 months away, right? We're gonna see if I've actually stayed consistent. Me recording this video on my phone is my way of being consistent, accountable. I've thought about doing short form content, but um, nothing. I have no idea, no clue what to do or what to chat about, because it's short form content and I have to be entertaining. Right now, I'm just doing my best to show up, even if no one watches this video, but it's okay. We hold ourselves accountable. So yeah, that's devlog number 3. Um, no game has been made yet. It has been started. The tutorial has been started. Um, you know what? Speaking about accountability, man, I didn't even finish my app yet, and I am already trying to move on to another project. That is crazy. I just realized that now. So, gotta finish that app. I think part of the reason why I got like bored of the app, or like I stopped, was I spent so much time trying to figure out this dashboard, and I got it partially. I think I got it essentially working. I have to add some dummy data to see how it works with like actual like information for like a year or something, and see if that still works and it's not broken. Because yo, to see the thing with the so making this this is one thing I realized that's so important is scope. You know, scope is so important. And by scope, I mean not growing the scope is just, I think, like right now, I'm just like, yo, because this is the first app I'm really building and the first project. Just said, fuck it, no tutorials. Let me just go at it and figure things out as the problems come. Like, let's see how far I can go before I run into issues, right? Um, I added onto my application, but then now I'm starting to realize this thing called polish and making things bug free and having unintended. There's too many issues, there's two, like for example, I'm trying to make the vibration tracker, right? Originally I was just gonna do calendar and the little slider, but then I was like, I think I need analytics. I think I need charts, right? Well, that just having charts adds a whole bunch of stuff. It just also then I was like, yo, I think I want a journal. I think I want to add like a little timer for meditation and then a little insights tab because I think that aligns with it. And that's cool and all, but guess what? Guess what? That opens me up to a bunch of bugs. That opens me up to, because I gotta see how everything functions, like, because it's like, does this feel right? Does this button look right? And it almost feels like nitpicking, but not really. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna keep this in mind for when I build my game. You know, keep things simple and polished. That's the goal. Um, when will I show you my current status for my app? Um, I don't know, man. Maybe once I'm closer to launching, or or if one of these days I'm in the mood, because I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow. The same way, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Ultimately, for accountability. That's it. I'll update y'all when I update y'all. Hopefully, I do it tomorrow. If not, well, I gotta figure out why I'm making excuses because I just recorded this on my phone. But yeah, that's that. This is Devlog number 3. If I had to sum up this third episode on the development journey, is that um the last episode I said I wasn't kind of motivated, and right now I'm not motivated. So habits are challenging to form, and I do know from reading Atomic Habits I gotta show up. I will let y'all know if I show up and if I made progress. Bye.